Hi guys, Righteous Raymond here, bringing you a word of truth for the day. First of all, I am the author of Gaslit, Escaping the Narcissist Pit. This is my ministry name, Righteous Raymond. And I want to talk to you all about the importance, and this is for my Pentecostal, charismatic, prophetic, churchy, type people. This is for my single ladies and gentlemen who are in the Pentecostal, charismatic, word of faith, prophesying, decree, declare type churches, okay? This is a warning. Beware of over spiritualizing what common sense could answer for you. Be wary of over spiritualizing, meaning you're seeking prophecy, revelation, dreams, visions, open visions, signs and wonders. Beware of that. And also, like, what's the word? People say, ain't no such thing as what's the word to start with a C? No such thing as a coincidence. No such thing as a coincidence. Beware of that. This is an issue that plagues a lot of the Pentecostal, charismatic church people. Even Jesus said, a wicked generation seeketh a sign. A wicked generation seeketh a sign. Always looking for a sign and a wonder and a, Lord, is he the one? I know he's the one because when I was walking to the bank, I looked down on the floor and a business card had his first name on it. I know she the one because I went to hear this traveling prophet came to this church I was visiting, and he prophesied that my wife would be a nurse. And we are over spiritualize what common sense should tell us. This person whose name happens to be the same name on this business card, this guy that you happen to like, he happens to have a series of domestic violence charges. You looked him up. He's a lot of criminal background, violence against women. This woman who's an RN, because the prophet said my wife's going to be a nurse, and the next day at Walmart, I met this nurse, and she said she go to church, so I know she my wife. But the woman, she half go to church. She used to go to church. She ain't really thinking about church like that. When you go home to her house, she got crystals everywhere, tarot cards, all the things. But you say, well, maybe I'm going to save her. Maybe the Lord going to use me to save her. Yeah, she into witchcraft and whatnot, but I'm going to be the one to save her. That's where we get in a lot of trouble at children of God. If you're Kojic Mason's kids, apostolic people, Jesus only baptism. Sometimes we are so over spiritual that we don't use good common sense. I'm going to give y'all an example. I'm not going to say who the person told me this story in case you see this video. But he said he was at a church, a Pentecostal church, a Mason's kid church, this Church of God of Christ denomination. And so this traveling prophet came to town, and he told this woman in a wheelchair that her husband was a guy in the church. Now, everybody in the church knew this guy had same-sex attraction. The whole church knew this man had never been attracted to a woman a day in his life, never been spotted with a woman. He was clearly messing with men, like to have sex with men, all the things. But this prophet told this lady in a wheelchair that she was going to marry this man in the church who everyone knew he was homosexual. So, fast forward, this same person who told me this story, he was a security guard at this place, a mental hospital. So this man who the prophet said, this is your husband, this man was ended up being admitted to the mental hospital and was saying crazy stuff, doing crazy stuff. And they ended up divorcing because, number one, the man was not even attracted to women. And he was crazy. I mean, yeah, he could be, God can save your mind. God can deliver your mind, bring your mind back. God can deliver you from same-sex attraction. But this man was not out there for that. He wasn't doing all that. But she already married the man. And so, over spiritualizing, everyone in the church knew. Now, if they weren't church people, they were just regular people in the street. They would have said, oh, no, you can't marry him. He's not attracted to women. But in the church world, we can over spiritualize. Well, God gonna live in him. And I'm not saying, I know people who God has to live. I know a couple of men who were in their lifestyle and they marry women, or they're married to women, whatever now. So I'm not saying they can't change. I promise I believe God can change anybody. But I'm saying we over spiritualize things, you all. Another story, I like to watch true crime a lot. This black man had murdered his entire family 20 years prior. He was in jail. He had joined this church ministry. This pastor had come and was doing jailhouse ministry. So in essence, with his parole, I don't know the difference between probation and parole. Whatever it was came up. So he spoke on behalf of the man. Oh yeah, he comes to Bible study. He comes to our ministry things. He's he's delivered. He's saved. He's good now, y'all. So the man, he gets out on the recognizance, if that's the word, of the pastor, of the prison minister, and the prison minister has a single daughter. I think she had 5 kids. I don't know if she had kids with the man or just all by herself. But he gave the daughter his blessing to marry his daughter, the criminal, the felon, the murderer, to marry his daughter, because God changed him, God healed him, all the things. Fast forward, the man, you can see her testimony testifying in court. The man kills all 5 of her kids. They had to have a funeral for all 5 caskets. Then he tried to kill her, but I think when she tried to break up with him, he went crazy and tried to hurt her by killing her children. Over spiritualizing. God gonna do it. God gonna do it. Yeah, we got to be real careful. It can have dire circumstances when you over spiritualize what should be common sense. The people who are not in the church world, they don't need a prophecy to know if he's a history of beating all his wives, I'm out. If he don't like women, I'm not gonna marry him. But what do we say? God gonna use me just like God changed Paul or Saul to Paul, the road to Damascus, just like God changed all these people in the Bible. God, he changed Mary Magdalene. He gonna change me. He changed the kids in the tree, the sycamore tree. God gonna change me too. He gonna change my partner. You all don't do that. Did you know that the divorce rate in the church, the conservative church, not the liberal, not the LGBTIQ church, the divorce rate in the conservative church is higher than the divorce rate in the world? That goes to show that just because you marry somebody and God gonna do it, God gonna do it, that don't mean God gonna do it. Let him do it, and then when he tell you, okay, now he's ready, now she's ready. I'm telling you, the church get us messed up. I have personally made some very bad decisions dating church people, pastors, not just ministers and elders who got the elder collar on their neck and they do like communion, whatever, and pray. I dated pastors, people who actually had the title of pastor, either co or lead pastors. I dated them this year, and I'm telling you, don't fool yourself into thinking because they're a pastor, because he a prophet, because he lay hands, because he XYZ me, he gonna be a good man, Savannah. The devil is a liar. I mean, I'm telling y'all, use your common sense. Right? But Brother R. Kelly said, use your common sense. The person is not kind to you, and they're begging you for sex, and they're not married to you, and you talking about they holiness, and you see them knocking back drink after drink after drink, and they got DV cases, and they got all these accusations in their past, and they got how many divorces under their belt. Use your comments. They got how many kids from different women, pastors. And of course, God can change anybody. We all have a past. I'm not judging nobody because they got a past. But if that past is trying to still be the present in the future, they still trying to do the same thing they did 17 years ago, they not changing. But what you going to do, you going to give them the benefit of the doubt, because God can change anybody. Yes, God can change anybody, but did God change them yet? God can change anybody, but did he change them? We know the rule, God can change anybody. But your man may be the exception. He may be the one person that God don't ever change. And most people don't change. Most people don't change. Most people just stop pretending. Most people are going to be who they are. The same personality they had as a kid, that was a bully as a kid, they was lazy as a kid, they was striking as a kid, they're going to be the same person they get older. They just get worse. So yes, you all, beware of over spiritualizing what you should just use common sense for. If a person's not a good person, if you don't trust them to take care of you, if you got sick later in life, or you had Alzheimer's or dementia or cancer, if your child had Down syndrome, you don't trust that person in that respect. Don't trust them now when everything's good. Buy my book on Amazon, guys. Bye.